Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Masochist series. Credit to Cimo and Hossman for inventing the series. But first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, I just lost the coin flip, but our opponent made me go first, so I imagine I'm probably going to be playing against either Cyber Dragons or, if I had to guess, Ancient Gears. But like I said, we lost the coin flip. He made us go first. It's got to be one of those two decks based on all this machine stuff. We drew a set 5 pass kind of a hand, or a set 4 pass kind of a hand. I don't think we even put Ron Ryu into play. He doesn't really serve a purpose at 200 defense. So I think we just pass and hope that these interruptions are more than enough. Forbidden Droplets, Fiendish Chain, Canadia. So we've got a decent amount of interruptions. We have 4 interruptions, but they're more so 1-for-1 interruptions, which is not good. He's playing Cyber Darks. I don't really have a response for that, but I will have a response for something at some point here. Like, Canadia can book something if he targets another one in the graveyard. That's pretty cool. Fiendish Chain can definitely do some damage. Solemn. Judgment. A lot of stuff. We just got to be very, very smart with our interruptions. Alright, he's going to activate this. He's going to let him add a Cyber Dark. I can Solemn Judgment this, but there's got to be a better card to Solemn Judgment than this. So, like, Power Bond or something. Yeah, it's definitely a good card, but this got to be a better card than that to Solemn Judgment. Okay, see, this is the dangerous stuff. He's going to activate, discard, summon Galaxy Soldier, and probably search another Galaxy Soldier. I can't let him search another Galaxy Soldier because then he gets to a level 5. And if he gets to a level 5, I'm probably going to Fiendish Chain this. If he gets to another Galaxy Soldier, then he gets into Cyber Dragon Infinity, and we really cannot do anything about Cyber Dragon Infinity. I mean, I guess I can Solemn Judgment a Cyber Dragon Infinity, but you know, there's always the chance that he plays through this and then continues. So I'd rather do that. I'm kind of worried about Cyber Dragon Infinity. I also could have booked it with the Canadia. That was also an option. He's gonna Clockwork Knight is fine. It turns everything. See, this is why it's a good thing we didn't set our monster, because he could have contact fused if he had a Cyber Dragon of any kind on board. So perhaps it's a good thing that we didn't put this into play. We didn't just summon it onto the board. And we won. Okay, I guess that will result in a win. Fair enough, I'll take it. Connection failed. We know what that actually means. Our opponent's gone. So we'll take the free rewards. We've got a Kairu Shin and 2 legacy tickets. Let's go open some packs. Alright, we get 2 packs because we're above a certain threshold. So we're above Platinum 4. So we get 2 packs this time around. It's cool. Hopefully pull something good right off the bat. Hollow Farfa. Nice. That's actually a really good card if we pull more Burning Abyss cards. And another Hollow. Red Dragon. Archfiend Assault mode. This requires what? Must be special summon with Assault mode activate. And then we can do this, target it in your graveyard. How does this work again? There's some fancy way to do this. We do have Red Dragon Archfiend. I think you summon Red Dragon Archfiend, then you activate Assault mode activate, and then tribute, and then Assault mode monster whose name is included. So actually we actually have the ability to summon this if we want to. The question is it worth summoning? I don't know. I mean, it's 3,500 attack, level 10. It might actually be worth summoning. This isn't terrible, honestly. We do have most of the Assault mode package. It would just require us to play this brick main deck, but it's not actually horrific. Gamma, Fabled, Dark City, a Gen X card, Heraldic Beast, another one. Heraldic Beasts are a decent rank 4 engine, decent. Nothing crazy though. And a Prediction Princess card we already have. But this is definitely interesting. It's definitely worth considering. All right, let's open the second pack. Hopefully the second pack. I mean, honestly, the last pack wasn't too bad. Definitely some playable stuff in there. Let's see what we get out of here. Dragoon Legionnaire, Chaos Sorcerer, another copy, Dash Warrior, Herald of Heaven, Zeratius, Karakuri. If we get more of these, this is a pretty good rank 4 engine. Like I said, we just need to pull the chair. We have the stick. These guys aren't so great, but we have the 2 good ones, or at least one of the 2. And then let's see what this is. Recovers a decent card against field spells, but I don't really... Actually, no, I'm mixing this up with something else. This card's in your graveyard. Your opponent has 5 more cards in an extra deck than you do. Pay 2,000. Special summon this card. It has nothing to do with field spells. Just a free summon. If our opponent has a bunch of cards in the extra deck, let's see what this is. Shark Drake. Okay. 3 level 4 monsters. I mean, there's probably a planet where we can use this, but I don't know. Yes, we have a water deck that's kind of building up, but this is a lot of monsters for a card that's just okay. Alright, so that coin flip we actually did just win, so that's nice. Our hand is pretty solid, honestly. We've got Endymion, we've got a scoop. Okay, we've got a scoop. That is a free win. Our opponent just surrenders. I'm trying to get my dailies done here. These people just surrender. We ranked up into Platinum 2, which is insane. That was just so anticlimactic. I didn't even mention it because I was like, oh, we're going to have a tough road to get to Platinum 2. No, we got to Platinum 2. Without even trying. We get another 100 gems. Awesome. So we're going to open some packs, and then we're going to open some more packs. Alright, let's open a master pack. So we'll see what we get. Again, it is 2 packs now because we are trying to get to master, and that's a lot tougher. Although 2 packs really doesn't make that big of a difference. We've got a Gold Pride card. It doesn't make that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things because I can open 100 master packs right now and it probably still won't get me into master. As a matter of fact, I'm sure it won't get me into master because to get into master, you need a semi-constructed deck, which we definitely do not have a semi-constructed deck. We have like a couple pieces from a variety of different rogue decks, but in reality, you need like an engine from a deck, like a seriously fairly large engine where you can like have resources, stuff like that. Bambuku's pretty cool. We've got Manadium, which I don't think we're pulling a lot of super rares, but mad random. What target one card, one monster you control, destroy it. Add 1 Peaceful Planet Calarium from your deck to your hand, and if you control, add a Manadium spell trap. Okay, you can banish this card, summon 1 Visa Starfrost or monster from your hand. That's actually not terrible, honestly. That really isn't terrible. We actually do have the Calarium. We have the Peaceful Planet Calarium in Royal Rare, actually. Okay, so basically we activate this, we destroy a monster we control, and then we get to add the Calarium, activate Calarium, search for Visa Starfrost, activate Visa Starfrost, or don't even activate it, just banish this from the graveyard, summon Visa Starfrost from our hand. So, I mean, we could do all that. That's actually not terrible. And then if we already have the Peaceful Plan, we add a Manadium Spell Trap card, which I don't know what we would do, but that is actually not bad. And this is the kind of stuff we need. We need, like, mini engines in our deck to make them even better. Crystal, this dragon that kind of flopped, and a free special summon Ghost Guy. Let's see what this is. We've got Power of the Guardians. Is literally insane. It is literally insane. It's like another Moon Mirror Shield. Maybe better. It's crazy, actually. Yeah. You guys can read this, but it's really quite nice. Yeah, so I mean, what's the issue with this? I don't see that there's really a huge issue with this. It's a good card. I mean, you activate this, you put it on a barrier statue, your opponent attacks it, you put a counter on it, and you can remove you can remove that counter, and then the monster is not destroyed by battle or card effect once. And then you just attack next turn. You could do it for it. It actually is really, really, really good. We got to remake our deck, but it's so tough now to really take cards out because our deck, people always tell me what to put in. No one ever tells me what to take out of my deck. They're just like, play this and this and this and this and this and this. Listen, guys, we're not playing a 75 card deck. Everyone always tells me what to put in, but never, ever do they ever tell me take this card out. Ever. Let's open another one. The other thing is, we still haven't drawn Mistake, by the way. We've probably dueled 30 times. We still haven't drawn Mistake. I'm trying to figure out if that card is worth playing, not playing. There's a debate every time in the comment section about whether or not Mistake is worth playing. We still have never drawn it. Going first, going second. It's been like 30 duels. We have not seen Mistake in an opening hand. I don't think I can use this as a plant. Vampire Hunter, I don't think I can use. Start a damage set, battle some monster destroy. I don't really need that. Vapor, Magnet Field, Malevolent Sin, another copy. Zwei, can't really do anything with that. Horse, I think we have 3 copies of this, and it is a super rare for some reason, but we have 3 copies, and Sylvan and a Sylvan card. So overall, not bad. Power of the Guardians is a really, really good pull. What's crazy is this could have been a Barone. This is out of the Barone pack, but we got this dude. Barone would have been bananas. Alright, we just lost the coin flip, and our opponent chose to go first, which, I mean, it's fine. You know, it depends on what they're playing. They're playing this deck, which can be rough, actually. And they did not break by any means. They actually drew a really good hand. We have to play this very carefully. It's definitely beatable, but it's very... And it's a combo deck, so it's going to take a while. They're probably going to go into the new monster. It's a UR, the one that when it leaves the field, it floats, that guy. They're probably going to go into that dude, which is this guy right here. The Lancia, the Ancestral Dragon, and this guy, when we summon, he gets to summon something, and then he floats into one of these other things. So we have to play this out a little intelligently. They're going to go Coral Dragon, draw a card. They're going to do all this. It's pretty typical on their end. In the meantime, I mean, my opponent's going to go off probably for another 3 minutes if I have to guess. So in the meantime, I guess we can ask or answer Q&A questions. Somebody asks, do I like kebabs? I mean, it's a great question. And then what is my favorite food? But do I like kebabs is the first part. So I guess I'll answer that. Now, kebabs this is not an easy question to answer because kebabs vary. This is, depending on where you go in the world, this is just like the Chinese food question. Depending on where you go in the world, they vary. If you're talking about like standard American kebabs, it's like meat, a vegetable on a kebab. That's the kebab that you have. That's what you think in America, which is a kebab. It's some kind of protein and then kind of like a vegetable in between, which, yeah, of course I like that. It's great. It puts on the grill. It tastes great. Shrimp kebabs, beef kebabs, lamb kebabs, they all taste great. There's those kebabs. That's the kind of, what you think when you go like Mongolian barbecue. That's the kind of kebabs they have. Then, you know, we're not done there. There's kebabs like Turkish kebabs, and then we have doner kebabs, which are the German kebabs. And doner kebabs are phenomenal. Those are probably my favorite kebabs. I don't know who came up with them. I imagine they're probably like Turkish immigrants to Germany, but those are fantastic. I love doner kebabs. If you've never had one, I don't know what to tell you. They're not everywhere, obviously, but if you've got a place near you that has them, it's probably one of the better foods that you can eat on this planet. This guy is doing his thing right now. He's gone into Crocosaur. He's drawing cards. He had multiple non-tuner monsters because they were tokens. This guy's doing his thing. He refilled his hand. This is going to be a tough one to win if we actually manage to win it. Crocosaur is annoying too because he filled up his hand. He can discard it and do all that stuff. Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. This guy's been, like I said, he drew a pretty good opening as far as this deck goes. The thing is, depending on how he sets stuff or how he sets stuff up, I might actually be able to Tiamat him on his board. But we'll see. So this is one of the dangerous guys. So if he sets a card here, we can actually Tiamat and blow up this column. Please, no. Okay, so he's not going to set things there. Yeah, but that's the general thing about kebabs. In terms of what my favorite food is, definitely burgers. I literally eat a burger every single day. I'm like Michael Jordan. I eat a burger 7 days a week. I don't think there's a day that I don't eat a burger, which might seem crazy, but burgers actually, when you take all the sauces off, are generally fairly healthy food. It's really just ground beef and some cheese. But okay, let's start focusing on what we need to focus on here. So we have to get rid of this Lancia. If your opponent special summons a monster, which I won't do because I'm going to normal summon this. And then if this card, synchro summon card, leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can special summon an ice barrier. Okay, so there's a few things we could do. This can discard 2 cards to destroy a card. So he can, so if I attack him, he can destroy my monsters. Okay, so I'm gonna come up with a low investment way to get rid of everything. And this is a little complex here. This definitely is a little complex. So I'm gonna summon Endymion first of all. And does this have a floodgate effect? It probably does. Your opponent loses 500 attack. All of the weird main deck ones have floodgate effects, and then the extra deck is insane. It just floats and floats and floats. Now we'll activate this. Target a Magistus, targeting itself. We know that this face down, it could be imperm, but I'm leaning towards it not being an imperm. I'm leaning towards it being another card. But I'm going to just do this. I guess we can, yeah, he's going to discard 2, pop. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's kind of not fine because he had to discard 2 to pop, and it's not good for us. Yeah, and I definitely don't want to special summon because then he gets to use this guy right here, the Lancia. And he's going to be able to do this. Yeah, this isn't exactly the best situation for us. It really actually is not. It definitely is not the best situation. We can still do stuff. See, the problem is he's adding things. He's refilling his hand. If I special summon, he can special summon an Ice Barrier monster from his hand, deck, or extra deck. And change an attack position monster to defense. That is insane. And then on top of that, even if I destroy this row, he floats. Just like bananas. It really actually is. So I'm kind of not sure how to... Because then you can float into an Ice Barrier monster, and it's treated as a synchro summon, which is like super cheating. Because then he can... If he summons this, he gets to use the effect. He can banish 3 cards we control, which is the ones on the field, or he can synchro summon into this, and he can banish a card from our hand, field, and graveyard, which is also pretty crazy. So I really don't. This is a very, very odd thing to deal with. So no matter what, I'm just kind of screwed here. Really good board on his part. I think the best thing for us to do, honestly, is probably just to set 3 pass. I'm even going to set this right here just in case as a bluff. I'm going to set it as a bluff and to fill up these columns. But I think it actually isn't a bad idea to set that and just pass. And I think he can snipe our back row here. A random back row, but he's not going to. So that's not good. Okay. I'm just going to wait for him to do stuff and then I'll react to it. That's probably the best way to do it. Whatever he targets, then I target in response. Because otherwise, we are in trouble. He's going to Ice Barrier. That doesn't really do much for us. Is this during, once per turn when your opponent summons? So that's not even during your opponent's turn. That's just in general. Oof, okay. We'll deal with it. He's going to add an Ice Barrier. Like I said, this is a tough one to win. Just because this is really the main issue. It's not the Crocosaur, it's this. This one... When I summon something, he'll summon something, and then after he summons something, he also gets to... This actually wouldn't be a bad Solemn Judgment, typically, but the issue is, a Solemn Judgment here would pay half my life points, so it would be very dangerous. So I definitely don't want a Solemn Judgment here. I can discard 1 card, special summon 1 Ice Barrier from the deck. I want to save... I actually think I want a Ring of Destruction here on Crocosaur to bait it out. I think that would probably be a pretty smart thing to do. Because if I do that, then when I activate Crackdown, he's forced to... I get rid of this. We both take 25. Or yes, we both take 1,000. Because it's original attack. Plus, we didn't take that much. The positive thing here is... he will be able to special summon, but whatever he summons, I'm going to Solemn. And then I'm going to be able to crack down this guy right here. So I'm going to Solemn whatever he manages to synchro summon, crack down this guy, and then past that, if I line up my columns correctly, I think I can do something pretty important here. So hopefully he synchro summons with these guys. This is all fine until he synchro summons. So hopefully he just pours a ton into some kind of a gigantic monster, and then I can do something about that monster. So he's going to, again, do this. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to save the... Actually, we'll put Chaining on. I think we've got some stuff figured out here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we put Chaining on. He's going to activate this. We're going to activate Tiamat now because he can't chain this on summon because he doesn't have any cards on the field. He doesn't have any slots on the field in order to summon anything because everything is taking up. So this would be the very best time to activate this because then we can destroy like this column or this column. Let me just read these two. I probably want to... Well, this is usually the best card. But because his columns are kind of eaten up, he's got, this is a tuner, this is a tuner, this is a tuner, and this is not a tuner. So I think that this column is probably the best one to pop. So we'll activate this right now, because again, he can't respond right now with the Lancia. So even if I summon it, he can't respond. Every column he has is eaten up. So he wouldn't be able to special summon anything, main or extra deck. He can't summon anything. So we'll summon that in defense. And then he can't activate this, like I said, but on summon, he'll add this, the freezing tower. We'll activate this. Again, there's nowhere for him to place monsters, and we just pop the middle column. And call by, okay, and that's not that bad. So this is all we've got left on the field. We've got Judgment and Crackdown. Again, I don't think that we're playing this particularly stupidly. Also, what's cool about Tiamatron is he eats up that middle column, so it gives him less zones to use to summon monsters. So like he added a card. He added the Freezing Tower thing. He can't even use that Freezing Tower thing right now. He's going to be able to send to the graveyard using the little man here. He can't even, yeah, like I said, he's going to send another copy of the little man, but its zones are eaten up, so unless he goes into a synchro monster here, there's not much he's doing. And then, like I said, I think our game plan's okay. He's going to be able to tribute that and summon a token with it. Okay, fair enough. Like, it's not the end of the world. As I said, I think our game plan's okay. Okay, he's going to synchro into something. He's going to go into White Aura Whale. Is that worth Solemn Judgmenting? I mean, this makes a 7. This card is makes 2 attacks on monsters during the battle phase, inflicts piercing. Piercing is probably the scariest part about this card. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect sent to the graveyard, banish one. I think he'd be able to bring this back anyway. Actually, no, he wouldn't, because it wouldn't be properly summoned. I think this card is worth Solemn Judgmenting, because it is going to be a little bit rough to get rid of later. So we're going to Solemn Judgment this. Whatever he summons next is fine. I think it won't be the end of the world. I think that's a decent one. He's going to activate this effect. That's fine. Like I said, I've got Crackdown for this dude. It might be one of those situations where he simply has too much for me to really play past. That might be the situation here. He might just have too much for me to deal with. But I guess I'll find out when he eventually does do it. He's going to summon that for free. That's cool. Yep, that's fine. So he's got enough to make a 10. Or 7. Either 7, 10, or 11 he can make. He's going to make a level 10. Which is going to be it's a decent card. It's not, this card's not the end of the world, because this guy actually dies by battle, so it's not the end of the world. This guy, he's going to banish that, so now he can banish a card. See, this is the dangerous stuff, because now he can actually banish with this. Yeah, this is the actual dangerous stuff. It's a game of chance here. You can pick this, you can pick this. As long as he picks the Crackdown, I think we're cooked if he picks Crackdown, and he did. I think now we actually do lose. Now we actually do lose. The second he picked that Crackdown, we got cooked. Yeah, I think this duel's over. Now you can bring one back. Like I said, this guy had a pretty good opening hand. Our hand wasn't particularly bad. We made decisions. I thought they were correct decisions, but, you know, if I can always watch these things back and be like, oh, you know, I should have done that instead. But it's tough to know what your opponent has in their hand, or what they don't. I guess we could have saved our Solemn Judgment instead of the White Aura Whale. We could have Solemn Judgmented this instead of the White Aura Whale. We could have left the White Aura Whale. Problem with White Aura Whale, he does have the floating. He does have the piercing too. So this is 3,000 damage. Or this is 2,800 damage, and then he attacks directly and we lose. So that's a part of the problem there. So even if I Solemn Judgmented the other card, I probably would have still lost. He made Quandax. I haven't seen him in a while, but yep, that's the game. Yep, there you go. You win some, you lose some. You can't even get angry at the losses. You always learn from your losses, so it's no big deal. Okay. We just won the coin flip. The hand's looking pretty good, honestly. We have Shathana, Magistus, Scion. Honestly, not bad. We could special summon Shathana first. I guess we just summon that out first. We can summon this dude, but honestly, I'll just save this guy for now, because he actually counts as he has a coin flip effect that can possibly negate, so I can just use him for other stuff later. I think we'll just summon Endymion and do some Endymion effects to see what we can grab off the top of our deck. So we'll activate this, and we'll go Artemis. Plus, the cool thing about, yeah, it's better to put Shathana onto the field, honestly. He has an impermanence or an either imperm he has or some other thing based on that. So we'll add Zorora. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter if he has an imperm or not. I still have to go into my other cards regardless. Whether he has imperm or effect veiler, I still have to kind of play. It would be ideal if he ashes this, because then I can make my next play without having to stress too much about it. That's good. I'd rather him actually ash that card than the next card. He at least let us add too, which is nice. Yeah, the add is much better than the other effect. So we'll go here. Now we go into the Galaxy Eyes. We go into the Galaxy Eyes guy. And we can do this now. That's cool. So we'll activate this. He could still have an imperm too. You never know. But we'll put Endymion into the graveyard because we want him in there for Zorora. And we'll add the Eternal Galaxy. I haven't read that card in a while. I forgot what it was called. And we'll set this, and we'll set this, and we have this guy as the follow-up, and we have this guy. So as long as we survive, we are actually making Dragite almost no matter what, as long as we survive on the follow-up. So we have 3 interruptions. It's not the worst. We went first. We established somewhat of a board. We have 3 guaranteed interruptions. I think it's not too terrible. And there's not much that they can do to stop this number 90 coming out. So overall, it's not the best board ever, but it's definitely not the worst. And they're starting with 5 cards because they ashed one of our cards, which is also nice. And they ashed one of our... They ashed Endymion, which is... Endymion's insane because he forces so many things. Oh, this is annoying. There's nothing I can do about that. I just have to kind of live with it. There's nothing I can do about King Sarcophagus. I'm going to discard, send... He's playing Tier Element. Again, I can't. It's not a monster effect. There's nothing I can do about that. I do have Solemn Warning. He's going to also activate this. I do have Solemn Warning to stop any fusion spells or anything like that. But King Sarcophagus, man. Damn, that sucks. He's going to add the Tier Element Field spell. He's going to send Imseti. And he can just keep sending more. Imseti comes out. We can Solemn Judgment the Imseti here. But honestly, I think it's better to actually just save the Solemn, not Judgment, the Solemn Warning. Because then if Solemn Warning on Imseti is kind of pointless. The only thing that's kind of annoying is that if he attacks, he can send our monster to the graveyard. I think that's probably the most annoying part of it all. But my hope is that he makes some sort of a rank 8, and then I just Solemn Warning that rank 8. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, but I don't think it's the riskiest play I've ever made in my life. I think he's going to make a rank 8. Usually they make a rank 8. Yep, they're going to activate another thing. I'm going to send... Damn, that's a lot of confidence. To send Foolish Burial Goods to the graveyard. Summon Happy back. And then I'm probably going to... That's the card I'm going to Solemn Warning. When they make a rank 8. Not now. I'm going to Solemn Warning this combination of cards here. Yep. So hopefully it's a rank 8. Could be... Yep, Vampire Zombie. This is the card we Solemn Warning. And then it's not properly summoned. This way he doesn't mill cards off the top of his deck. He doesn't mill cards off the top of our deck. And if he summons the Tier Limit monster now, we have the Forbidden Chalice for the Tier Limit monster. And the reason I'm using the Forbidden Chalice is because I don't want to play into Triple Tactics Talents. So, yes, I should, in theory be using this, but I really don't. I don't want to play into Triple Tactics Talents. I don't want to lose to something stupid. We're actually not doing too terribly right now. So I'm only going to activate this negate if I absolutely must. I'm not going to do it otherwise. So right now, I'll let him do that. So now if he has another card out of nowhere, we'll negate that. So he's going to send that. Oh man, he's got that. Okay. And he's going to send Imseti, which he already used, so he can't summon that. But he's going to use the graveyard effect, and that I'm going to negate. If he does use the graveyard effect. Or is it cost? Send one card for cost. Yeah, if you send it for cost, it doesn't trigger. So he doesn't get to trigger the Reinhardt. It's going to go to battle phase. Only when a horse monster battles. So I don't know what the point of that was. And he's going to go to end phase. And now we're going to activate the number 90 to play around a possible triple tactics. We're going to add Advancer, who is a free summon. Yes, we'll add that to hand. And next turn, we're going to be able to go into a variety of things now. Because our hand, damn man, we have Decisive Battle, Gogan. This is a really good hand, actually. We have Scion, Decisive Battle. I don't know what he's got, but our hand is really, really, really good. We're going to summon out Zorora. Yeah, we're going to summon out Zorora, activate Zorora's effect, and equip to itself. We'll equip this, not that it matters, but we'll equip this, and then we'll activate the effect to summon back Endymion from the graveyard. We can also summon the other guy, the Scion, pendulum scale him, activate his effect, summon him out onto the field, activate this to protect our stuff just in case. This won't do anything if I activate it, so it's pointless. Alright, so we can go into Berserker. If this card destroys it, it sends it to the graveyard. You can make a second attack on monster, so that's not bad. We can also go, we can't make 2 synchros, we can only make 1, and then we can make an X-Seed. So you can make 2 synchros and an X-Seed. I think Advancer's a pretty good option here. I mean, not Advancer, Adamantipator's a pretty good option. And Adamantipator's definitely a card that we're using. So we'll activate this first. We'll activate this first to possibly cut this guy's attack. So we'll either cut his attack or we will... Yeah, we'll cut his attack. Wonderful. So we have multiple options here. So we'll flip this. How much attack is this, by the way? 81. That's not enough. Actually, if I do this... Okay, let me see this. We'll go... But this is the 2500 attack monster. Let me think this through. So if I do these two, I should be able to win here. If I use those two... This isn't a tuner, is it? No, it's not. Okay. If I use those two to make... Okay, yeah, this guy right here inflicts damage. Alright, so we'll go with those two. Okay, so we'll use this. But then I won't be able to go... What's his name in the main phase 2? Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll just go with these two. And then we'll summon a monster that's bigger. And now we just go to battle phase and we win, in theory. So we'll go to battle phase now. We'll attack with this guy. Destroys an opponent's monster. Does 1200. Activate effect. We'll inflict 1000 and we'll gain some attack. We'll detach a water monster, just in case. We also could have detached the other one. And then we just attack with all these guys and it should be game. In theory, yep, it is game. Good thing I did that math. Slow down. Sometimes you have to do that. You slow down, do some math. Think things through. You don't have to rush through every single game on Earth. You don't have to act like a maniac. But that's nice. We just won a, I'd say, a pretty wonderful win. I'd say that was pretty wonderful. Then we've got, look at these legacy tickets and a Starboy. Wonderful. I haven't checked the last few decks because out of curiosity, this is what our opponent's playing. This is such a common deck that we've played against. At this point, I'm not even like... I'll be honest with you, I've never seen this deck brick. We legitimately stopped it. This guy did not brick. We just actually stopped him. In theory, this is actually one of the less bricky versions of this deck too. I think this is, I would argue it's not even bricky. Like, we've seen brickier versions of this deck played on the internet, but this one doesn't seem too bad. This is the deck that we played before. This is the Ice Barrier. This guy was actually really good. He actually cooked us. He set up a really, really good board. A better board than most Ice Barriers managed to set up most of the time. This guy was actually quite good. This is the second person we played against. He was playing Centurion. He just scooped against us. Okay. And this is the other guy we played against, which is the Cyber Dragon player. But we just... Wow, this list is really weird. Okay. This is one Imperm. Clockwork Knight. This is a really, really weird list. What is going on? Mech Lord, Emperor Grandel. Is this guy a masochist? Or is he just unhappy? Like, what's going on here? Magical Hound, Maxi. Okay, Maxi's normal, but like, what a build. Why is this in here? Quick Draw Synchron. I guess to make Baron once in a while. Got a Galaxy Soldier. This is just odd. Limit Remover. This is another card that's just... Why is this card a UR? There's no excuse. This card should not be a UR. It's just... There's no reason. There's no reason for this card to be a UR. Alright, let's go open some packs. Alright, there we go. It's always nice to celebrate with some packs. Let's see what we've got in this one. We've got a Master Pack. Let's see. Hopefully something... Damn, a lot of supers this episode. Ice Mayakashi. Don't really know if I could use that. Cleafork card. Speedroy, Kendama. Already have that. The Autumn. It's a... this is an Edison era plant boss monster-ish card. Mecha Phantom Beast Raten. This is another card that's like Mecha Phantom Beasts are discard a card, special them a token. That's not terrible. And then this is a newer card, so it even says link material for a summon for the rest of the turn. Yeah, this isn't as good as the older ones that we already have. Like this is, I would say, almost objectively worse than like this right here. This is worse than a lot of the other older versions of these cards. I think this is the one that we have. Oh, Tetherwolf. It's just worse than Tetherwolf. Tetherwolf just summons. Don't have to discard. You can use whatever the token for whatever you want. This one is like a worse version of Tetherwolf. So I have no idea why. They created like Tetherwolf 2, but like less good. This is who was sitting around like, let's create another Tetherwolf, because Tetherwolf's really good. Let's make another one that's not as good as Tetherwolf. It's very odd. Let's see what this is. We've got another. Oh, I was about to say, if I get a royal of it, 2 copies of this is insane. Like, why? Of all of the supers that you could possibly pull in this gigantic card pool, to pull 2 of this, and the crazy thing is, like, I don't need 2, because yeah, I don't need 2. Assault mode activates summons from the deck. I have no reason to summon. Like, I have no reason to play 2. That is insane. I have no reason. Naruto the Moral Leader. He's okay for level 6 spellcasters. I think we pulled other cards. I think we pulled this guy one time. We pulled this guy 3 level 7. So, funny enough, if we ever play level 6 spellcasters, which is very specific, like who are the level 6 spellcasters in this game? Like Dark Magician Girl? Who am I playing? Who am I? Seriously, who are the level 6 spellcasters? Apprentice Illusion Magician? I think she's level 6. Naruto, the Moral Leader, is probably never going to get played. Neither is his rank up. Pulling 2 of this in one episode, that's got to be a sign or something. But very odd card. A lot of supers today. A lot of yellow glowing packs. A ton. Let's see what we get out of this one. Another master pack. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's see what we get out of this one. We've got Shrink, which we already have. That's another copy. I don't think I can use that. Ice Barrier, Rank Up, Inzector, LA Signing Deal. Can't really UA, special summon a UA monster from your deck. Cannot be used for Synchro or Exceed material, but it can be used for Link and Fusion. Lose life points equal to that monster's level. This isn't terrible. This wouldn't be terrible if it allowed you to use it for Exceed material. Then I would actually maybe be able to use it, because if I can just summon one of the level 4s from the deck, it's just a free summon. Essentially no restrictions. But because it doesn't say that, I mean, I guess I can summon all these random dudes here, but yeah, I can summon these random guys, but I don't think that's really going to help us. S-Force, Millennium Seeker, Gearframe Delta. I'm only sighing because this is a good card. So we've got, I think, all of them now. We have Delta. I don't know why Gamma's not here. You would think Gamma would be here. He's just not here for some reason. We have a ton of different ones of these cards, but we don't have Driver, which is the lowest rarity card in the entire archetype we don't have. We have everything else, but we do not have Driver, the one of low rarity card. And those are hand traps that we could throw in that deck tomorrow. This stops a spell. The other one stops monsters. When we go second, these are phenomenal. So they work great with some of our spells. If we activate our search spells or something like that, our opponent tries to ash it or something, we can, or activate spells or something, we can do something about it. But it's in the kind of deck we play where we sometimes set 5 pass. It wouldn't be bad, but we haven't pulled Driver. But it happens. What are you going to do? All right, here we go. I just lost the coin flip. We finally drew Mistake, actually. That's interesting to see. It's been quite some time that we finally drew Mistake for once. Unfortunately, we are going second, so Mistake going second is not the best. But this is our first time actually seeing the card. We finally get to use it, so we'll see. We have Mistake, Shithana, Lost Wind. There can be only one, and our opponent, I don't know what they're playing. I don't know what they're doing. They're chilling right now. I guess I'll just cut to when they start to do something. Alright, they're finally playing. They're going to activate this to search a level 7 or lower ritual monster. I imagine they're probably playing Dark Magician or the engine with Dark Magician. They could also be playing I don't think it's Voiceless Voice, because actually they could be playing Voiceless Voice because they could add a level 7 monster. But typically you don't open with this if you're playing Voiceless Voice. If I had to guess, they're probably playing Dark Magician. Again, it sucks that... See, this would be the issue with Mistake, because some people were telling me to remove Mistake. If there is any issue to Mistake, it's this right here. It's the fact that you're going second sometimes and you're activating Mistake, and going second... There are floodgates that are good going second, such as There Can Be Only One, but this is not a floodgate that is good going second, because your opponent already establishes a board, then you flip Mistake. They can't add, but they have like 3 monsters on field, so it's really irrelevant. And by the point that they have 3 monsters, they can go into like a Nightmare Unicorn or an IP or SP Little Knight or something like that. They are playing, actually, never mind, they are playing Voiceless Voice. I forgot that guy is level 7, so now this guy's playing really slow. I don't know if this is his first time playing the deck or what, but he is like really taking time out. Double Honest, wow, into this, no low, no nothing, just straight double honest into this. You can add a Voiceless Voice monster. It's gonna add a low. He used double honest, which tells me it's probably, there's a fairy, there's a warrior, so There Can Be Only One's not doing much. Place a Voiceless Voice card. You can add a Voiceless Voice or a Guardian. Yeah, this is not the best hand at all for this situation, because I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. I can't attack him, right? It's like all of these, a million things. While we control low, can only target ritual monsters for attack. We can't target light monsters, which is all of these, and then he can add every single turn. We'll check that with the Mistake. We have Shathana, Forbidden Chalice, Lost Wind. Lost Wind's pretty decent, because if I activate Mistake, I can chain... He negates my effect, I can chain Lost Wind. If he does that, of course. Now he's going to add her, the girl. Again, yeah, this would be the issue with Mistake. It's the going second part. I mean, the crazy thing is, like I said, I think it's been 30-something duels since I've added this to my deck. This is my first time seeing it. It's almost like we should probably do like a round of applause or something. I'm actually kind of glad that it finally, it's like a first appearance. Possibly it's the last, but first appearance. Because I don't like to remove a card until I've like played it a couple of duels and I can determine like, okay, this probably works, this doesn't work. Like obviously, theoretically, this card's very good because it does prevent adding, which if this guy has added to his hand, if I activated Mistake, he would have lost this duel. 100%, because he wouldn't have had any. Yeah, he would have lost his duel because he would have just had Honest in hand with an Honest that he could summon. That's about it. He would have 100% lost this duel if I had gone first, but that's a, you know, we have to be ready to go second sometimes too. I'm gonna attack. All right, he's gonna link those away into Dino Mundo anyway, so that's fine. He's gonna be able to end phase. Just go to end phase. If this card summon, target one card on the field. All right, fair enough. You just end phases. All right, Fire Barrier. I don't think I could. That really does much here. I guess we activate Shathana. I think we just do that. We activate Shathana. So activate, tribute this card, target a ritual monster in either player's graveyard, special summon. That's fine. That's whatever. Yeah, it's fine. I couldn't have done anything. It tributes itself for cost, so I literally couldn't have done anything about that anyway. So he's going to be able to summon this thing back. Okay, and then he can add things. Okay, we'll summon this out. Shathana can't do much here. Not Shathana. Yeah, Shathana and Barrier Statue can't do much right now. I can negate that, but there's no point. Because I can go into basically just Granosaurus. And Granosaurus doesn't do a whole lot. This will allow him to place another Voiceless Voice card. I'm going to go ahead and negate this because I'm not trying to deal with him. Oh, yeah, that was dumb. Because I can't target anything anyway. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I guess I'm negating my own card. Yeah, that was dumb. I forgot that this card prevents me from targeting. Well, that sucks. That prevents me from targeting, and then he's going to be able to place this no matter what. So I couldn't have targeted his... Honestly, I can't win this duel. This does nothing. Lost Wind can't target any of his monsters. Mistake does nothing going second. Going first, it's good. I don't even know why he's negating. This is pointless. And Barrier Statue is not going to win me this duel. So yeah, we're done here. It doesn't matter. I literally have a hand that can't possibly beat his hand or his board. It's physically impossible. But the crazy thing in that duel Mistake would have single-handedly actually won us that duel had we gone first, but you know, it happens. You have to plan to go second sometimes too. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent is playing tier limits, and our hand is just horrific. It's just horrific. Torrential is terrible against their deck. Judgment is too late. I can ash this, but honestly that card's not worth ashing. The card you want to ash is either Reinhardt or one of the others. Like ashing Scream isn't worth it. He's gonna ash these. He's gonna mill those three. He's gonna summon Havness. This hand is terrible. We drew the Eternal Galaxy. Judgment's another card that's just like really bad going second. It's like really, really terrible going second, because it's like your opponent establishes everything, and it's like, okay, now you can stop a spell activation, but they have a full board, so it's kind of pointless. Same thing with like Solemn Warning is also not so great going second. And then Moon Mirror is good going second, but you have to draw a monster that works with it. So they're going to be able to fusion summon now into Kid Kalos. And Kid Kalos I could probably ash. But Kid Kalos, the annoying, I'm gonna ash this, but the annoying thing about Kid Kalos is you could just link these two away, and then it mills again. And Kid Kalos is the only one that doesn't need to be sent to the graveyard for a card effect. If it's sent to the graveyard for any reason, you get to do it. Triple Tactics, I get punished for it. Our single hand trap, we get punished for it. They're gonna, I don't even know if I would, if I'm him, I don't think I even do the draw two cards. I think I would rather actually go for something else maybe. Yeah, and then I would have linked these two away and just kept trying to play, but whatever. He's a little late. He's got no darks in graveyard, only on field. Guess we just set this and pass, and it'd probably be bad for us to. It'd probably be bad for us to start playing anyway, because if we start playing, then this triggers regardless, so it's probably dumb anyway. Yeah. Like I said, not the best matchup. Eternal Galaxy, drawing this card really, really sucks, but we draw it so much. I don't think I'm going to Galaxy this. I mean, I don't think I'm going to Solemn this, because if I Solemn this, I'm going to be like 200 life points away from losing if I do that. And this adds a tier limit monster, right, on activation. Yeah. I think that's fine, because then I can just... The annoying thing is, if I Torrential, I kind of punish myself for Torrentialing. Because I activate Torrential, and then he gets to do all this other stuff. He's going to activate. Now he's actually going to be able to send. Again, I can Bestial Magnamut here, but I actually don't think it's a good idea. Bestial Magnamut on her is kind of pointless. And he's going to mill some more. I'm going to save the Bestial Magnamut for now. I'm going to save it for more summons. He's going to mill some more. He's going to activate Scream. Ugh, Fairy Tale Snow. And he's going to send. And then he's going to mill even more. Like I said, I don't think we've ever seen a tier limit player brick ever. Like, in the history of us playing, I don't think we've ever seen one brick. Like, every card they mill is always usable. It's actually kind of incredible. I think I have to Bestial Magnamut here to try to, like, slow things down. I am going to use it on the Havness. I think that's probably the smartest card to Bestial Magnamut here. And he's going to chain Fairy Tale Snow to banish probably the Havness. It'll keep my monster in hand, which is kind of smart. It'll keep the Bestial Magnamut in hand, so I guess it can help him go for game if he wants to, if he banishes the card that I selected. We'll see. We'll see what he does. But he's going to summon Fairy Tale Snow. And then I'm going to use the Bestial Magnamut, but he banished the card, so my monster's going to stay in hand. And he's going to search Solik. And Trick Clown is going to summon. I think right here on this summon, I think we hit him with... Oh, what happened? Why couldn't I Torrential Tribute? Oh, now... What's stopping me from activating Torrential Tribute? Oh, wait. No, I can't right now because I guess that this is faster. That's why. But now I should be able to Torrential. Yeah, there we go. It's actually, I guess, good that I waited for it. Now we get the Torrential. I don't know if he'll have anything in response, but even if he did or didn't, I have Solemn for it. He's going to be able to summon what's his name back because I destroyed it by card effect Reinhardt. Never mind. I guess not. Okay, fair enough. We are still in this game. Forbidden Droplets is pretty decent. I think if I summon Bestial Magnamut, he gets the mill. How many cards does he have in graveyard? 9. 9 cards in graveyard. And if a monster is normal or special summoned, so even if he summons Snow right now, do we force the Bestial Magnemite? Do we force it? I think he's going to use Snow no matter what I do. So I might as well just activate Bestial Magnemite to force the Snow out. I think it's just, it's good because then he banishes all those cards. I think it's just it's the smart thing to maxi. Well, we'll see if he allows my card to resolve, actually. If I'm him, I probably would have allowed the Snow. I mean, I probably would have just banished and summoned out for Snow. I don't know if I would have done that way. I guess now he gets to mill, which is good for him. And then we'll see what he mills. Guess he doesn't get to mill. Oh, if he controls the tier limit monster. Okay. That's good enough. All right, so then we'll just go to battle phase. Yeah, I think I would have changed Snow there if I was him. And then we main phase 2. I think we set this. Moon Mirror Shield. I think we'd save that for one of our weaker monsters. I don't think we need to do it right now because we've got droplets. I think we just pass on this, and I think that should be good enough. Bestial Magnemite at the end phase, and that'll get us Tiamat, so we have an additional interruption on his turn. But now we have things lined up pretty well to remove things if we need to. And we have 3 things lined up. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. I probably could have summoned stuff here so that I could have gotten rid of this card. He's going to activate this to send. Man, this is a good question. Do I actually Solemn Judgment this? I actually think Solemn Judgment right now is not even that bad. Honestly, he's got no movement in graveyard right now. He's nothing in the graveyard. We just have to hope that this card's not good. I honestly think Solemn Judgment is pretty decent right now. Yeah, I think Solemn Judgment is the right move because I won't be able to stop the monster. Once it activates in the graveyard, I won't be able to stop it. So I might as well just negate this now. Once that other thing comes out, I'm just done for, so I might as well do this now. And now he's at 45, and we have exactly game on board if he end phases here. Yep, we'll activate the Iron Dragon. Funny enough, he doesn't control any tier limits. I'm actually going to summon it here. I don't want to pop this back row because he might be able to add something useful, and I don't want him to do that. So now we have exactly game on board. And he scoops, yeah. I didn't want to pop any back row because if I pop back row right there, there's a shot that I hit some kind of a floating trap card that might actually hurt us. But yeah, we won that one. Good. And we got some legacy tickets. Nice. Alright, here's what our opponent was playing. They were playing pretty standard tier limits. We've lost to this deck a lot. We've honestly, at this point, beaten this deck a lot. We've lost and beaten this deck a lot, so I can't even, get angry at it at any point. Alright, let's open up some Master Packs and hopefully get something good. By the way, in the background of this, you should be hearing some new music for sure. We've got Snowdrop, Fleur. Nightmare Cerberus is really good. Wow, that's generic removal for a special summon monster in your main monster zone. If this card is culling, draw a card. Yeah, that's generic removal. That's a really, really good card. Okay, nice. I'm glad to have that. I've got a Sylvan card, Scrap Breaker. Guiding Ariadne is a good card. Again, if this card's destroyed, we have 3 counter traps. Your opponent chooses 1, add it to their hand, add it to your hand, and then shuffle the deck. Yeah, this is really, both these effects are really good for a counter fairy deck. We've gotten other counter fairy stuff too, but this is actually quite good because we can destroy this with Dragonic Diagram and stuff. We can also, this is actually a combo I just thought of. We can destroy this with Endymion, and if we destroy with Endymion, we get to draw number 1 and then number 2. So we summon Endymion, equip Artemis, add a card. That's a +1. Then we activate this, destroy it, add a counter trap, and then draw a card and put a card back. So you basically have access to a bunch of cards. Actually really, really good with Endymion. That's definitely worth considering. Infernity Suppression. Let's see what this is. Super rare. This is a great card actually, but I don't know if we have enough cards that work with it, but this is a good card. This works with all of the Vanity's Fiend. It works with level 5 or higher Fiend monsters. You normal summon that cannot be special summoned without tributing. So basically, the Vanity's cards, if exactly 1 normal summon would be destroyed, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. I mean, the only thing is we only have 1 Vanity's monster, so that's what kind of sucks about it. So we can normal summon that 1 Vanity's monster essentially for free. I never looked closely at this artwork. There's a lot going on in this artwork. This dog, Dark Ruler, the Vanity's Fiend. There's a lot going on in that artwork. But I don't think we have enough cards that work with this card to actually be worth playing this card. But it's a cool card for sure. But I think it's just not really for us. But Nightmare Cerberus is good, and Guiding Ariadne is really interesting. All right, let's go for our second pack, and we'll see what we get out of this one. We'll see what we get out of this one. We've got Dragoonity, Naturia, Zen card. Can't really use that. Portable Piano Batteries, a Battery Man card. Can't use that. Can't use that. And I guess I can actually technically use that, but I haven't been so far, so I probably won't be using that. I guess somewhat interesting stuff. Okay, so I'm a couple of wins away from Platinum 1. I'm not going to lie, this month, I don't know what happened, but it like came and went very quickly. There's like, I think like a couple of days left in this cycle, in this season cycle, which is insane because it's like, I think there's like 3 days left and then it gets reset. It's on the 30th. Yeah, I don't know how, but this month just went like super fast and we only got so far to Platinum 2. We did have that like day where we lost a lot of duels, so I'm going to try to get to Platinum 1 and Diamond 5, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get that far this I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to Diamond this month, which is kind of crazy, all things considered, because we were just in Diamond last month. But we did have that one episode where we lost, like, actually multiple episodes where we lost a lot of coin flips, and I had a lot of trouble winning, because obviously if you go second 10 times in a row, it's going to be hard to win. But let's go look at some of the decks that we have. Okay, so I'm going to revise most of the decks. Most of the decks you see here are going to be deleted because I'm running low on gems and I don't want to waste the gems that we have on other stuff. But I'm going to be on slots because I really don't need most of these decks. A lot of these decks at this point are repeats. It's like we have Yugi Jr. Like half these decks are like rank 4, Yugi Jr., Time. Like these are all Yugi Jr. again. These decks are all the same decks. The only ones I'm probably going to keep, I'm going to keep Diamond deck, the newest deck. I'm going to keep, build a Legendary Ocean. I'm going to build Chaos. I'm going to build Floodgate Turbo. And maybe a few other decks that you guys might recommend I might complete. But I want to get this down to like under 10 decks. Because it really is... A lot of them really, if you look closely, a lot of them are actually like repeat decks. Or they're decks that we played a long time ago. Like this is a level, this was just a link spam deck that we tried. Squid Token recommended it. This deck probably got better too. This was a link spam deck that we played at the time. It was just like a bunch of level 2 summons and stuff like that. We've got Mech Knight stuff. Yeah, the point was to summon Mech Knight with Invalid Golem pointing to it and possibly the Pit Knight early. This was this deck, I remember. But we've pulled a lot of interesting stuff. Let me actually... And then the Luna... We have, like, copies of decks, too. We got to delete some of these decks and redo them a little bit better. And then we have, like, all... I've kept all of the decks through the year. So this is how our rank 4 deck used to look. I remember we used to play Cubic Ascension and Time Thief Retrograde. This card brought me a lot of stress. Because every single time I would open it, I wouldn't be able to summon a Time Thief. Every time I didn't summon a Time Thief, I'd have this card. It was really annoying. And then this is one of our early decks. And then this is the earliest deck. So I probably want to keep this because it's our first, like, good deck. So just for the memories, I might keep this card around, this deck around. Maybe if we ever get into Master, we'll just go jump into a duel with our oldest deck just to see how we do. And we probably just get absolutely demolished. But that's that deck. Yeah, I have to delete some of these decks, reset them. Let's review some of the stuff that we pulled today. See if anything's usable. I think there is actually usable stuff today. This wasn't a bad day in terms of in terms of cards that we acquired. So, oh shoot, and I just remember we got to open some legacy tickets. I just completely forgot. I might as well do that before we wrap up the episode. We've got 11 legacy tickets. Not terrible. Let's open some legacy tickets and then we'll do the recap of what we pulled. That way we can kind of just see. But we definitely pulled a lot of good stuff, like the Power of the Guardians. I could probably redo the Floodgate deck. Yeah, because Power of the Guardians is a pretty good card. Guiding Ariadne is a pretty good card. For the problem with the Floodgate deck, it doesn't have a lot of special summons. It's mostly normal summons, and some of the Floodgates don't really work all that well. But we can definitely build something with it. I'm not sure. But the cool thing is if I get reset to gold, then I can do all of the weird decks. I can play all of them. Arsenal bug his ass. Yeah, I can do a bunch of crazy decks if we get reset to gold. It's only if we're in diamond and stuff that I have to really try. This card's not bad against Yubel, but I don't know how I would even summon it. It's level 5. But against Yubel, this thing is actually kind of good. Because you summon this, they can't special summon with 1800 or less attack. This is good against Snake Eye, Yubel. But the problem is we summon a card like this, and then we end up playing against Kashtira. We just lose. We literally just lose. There's nothing you can do. But against Yubel, that card is insane, actually. Enchanted Javelin, Second Sight. The problem with a lot of these cards in the Legacy pack is they really are like kind of like glorified fiends. I can't summon this. If I had Metamorphosis, maybe. This Wolf. A lot of the cards in the Legacy tickets are glorified side deck cards. So they stop extremely specific things. And the issue with that is it'll be like, oh, your opponent cannot fusion summon monsters. It's like, okay, great, but I'm playing against Kashtira. And it's always something weird like that, especially summon a worm. Oh yeah, this is like Unmasked Dragon is actually kind of cool. There's a card called Masked Dragon. It's 1400, same stats. I think same everything. It's called Masked Dragon. When it's destroyed by battle, you get to summon a dragon from your deck. They took his mask off, and now he's called Unmasked Dragon. He summons a worm instead. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Vampiric Orchids, not bad. That card is ass. It's like a union monster that works with some other like weird card. It's not good. Nettles, Moja. Nettles is, if I remember, decent. It's just another plant card. We have so many plant cards. Protective Angel and Shield. Sect Druid. I don't even know what this is. This card's not the worst. This card's not the worst, actually. But again, it's like so specific. That's the problem with all these Legacy ticket cards. It's not even that. It's like every single pack that comes out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now has pack filler that has just extremely specific uses. And generally those cards are bad. Zombie Tiger, Righteous Justice. This is a Union card, and this is just... I don't have enough heroes to make it usable. Yeah, really, really bad Legacy tickets this episode. Okay, so this is the Chaos deck. Like I said, if we get reset to gold, it's actually... I'm not even mad because... I don't know how far I'm going to get. We had that one episode of a lot of losses, but we've been winning recently. If we get reset to gold, we get to try a bunch of new decks, so I'm not even mad if we get reset to gold. We get to try the Chaos deck. We get to try a bunch of stuff. Like, honestly, even if you guys recommend me decks, probably like 2 episodes from now, not this episode, not next episode, I'll probably try them. But this is the stuff we pulled. We pulled Nightmare Cerberus. I think that goes into the main deck. That's really, really good. We pulled... this, which is interesting, Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. We actually can use this because we have the entire Assault Mode package. We also have Red Dragon Archfiend. We also have Assault Mode activate. We have everything we need to summon this. I think it's absolutely insane that we pulled 2 copies of this in one episode. I think that's crazy. There's so many super rares in this game. To pull 2 of them is just unreal. I can't use this, although I would. I have 3 copies. I have a play set of this super rare. I think this is, I don't know... I think this might be our first super rare that we have a place. Actually, there might be something else. But if you had told me that the horse that Baron de Fleur rides would be the super rare that we have a playset of, I would think that you were crazy. It can add a light Noble Knight monster from your deck to your hand. That's not terrible. And then during your main phase, fusion summon 1 fusion monster using this card you control and others on the field. This fusion material. I don't know what I could even summon with this. I don't know. Like if I had Chimera, then maybe I could do that. Actually, it wouldn't be bad. If I had Guardian Chimera, that would actually be pretty decent, because I could normal summon this horse, search the... We have Noble Knight Jane, search Jane, so now we have 2 monsters, then we activate this, and then we can fusion summon into that. But I don't even know how really good that would even be. Truthfully, I don't even know how good that would even... I don't know what I could fusion summon with. This card is so oddly specific. It's meant to summon Centaur and Mina, which again is really, really, really specific. But I have now 2 copies of this. I have 3 of that. But it's cool because I'm filling out play sets. I have 3 of the Bunbuku, which is cool. I have 3 Chaos Sorcerers. This is another pull that's really cool. Power of the Guardians. I think this card is interesting. The Manadium card. I think this just goes right into our Chaos deck. I think that works. I have to look at my other Manadium stuff. Let me click on Related now since I have it clicked here. Manadium, I have Visit Starfrost, I have Manadium, this girl, and I have Calarium. So that stuff. I actually am missing the lower rarity stuff as usual. Like I said, Power of the Guardians is good for the Barrier Statue deck. I'm trying to see, make sure I don't miss anything. But overall, Farfa's cool. I think this is from last episode. Is it? Yeah, this is from last episode. We also pulled more rock stuff, which is nice. So that could one day work. But cool pulls for sure. A little all over the place, but a lot of super rares. I think we definitely have some highlights. Without a doubt, Cerberus is one we're using. Also, last episode we pulled something else that's cool. Not only that, I have 3 copies of Royal Firestorm Guards. I didn't even know that. This card is really good, but we just don't have a use for it. If we had more... Oof, I didn't know I had 4. I didn't know I had this many. See, the problem with this requires you to target 4 monsters, shuffle all 4 into the deck, draw 2 cards. That's really good. If I had more barrier statues, this card would be insane. If I had 3 fire barrier statues and others, and like... Yeah, Pyro deck could be cool too. Like a stall Pyro deck, especially with this in there. Because it shuffles back 4, draws 2. That's really not bad, but that deck wouldn't fill up the graveyard very easily anyway. I have 5 copies of Dragon Maid Tidying. I never like deleted anything. Oh yeah, this is really good. The Orbital Hydrolander, it goes in the Chaos deck. Well, it's already in here. I'm curious, what cards do I have the most of? Number Ode. Okay, Luster Dragon. Our old rival, Luster Dragon, I have the most of. Light. Pulsar Dragon, one of my favorite cards of all time. I didn't know I had this many of this card. Wow, it really makes you, it's really interesting to see what you have so many copies of. We have so many of this, we have 5 of this, we have 5 of this. Really interesting. 4 of this. This guy's good. If I would say in the Pyro deck, he's not a Pyro, he's a Fairy. But I have 4 of him. He's a really good card. Like, he actually burns. He does a lot. Like, this guy's really good. Yeah, you can special summon this card from your hand, then inflict damage to equal to attack of the monster destroyed. You basically destroy a fire. When a fire monster is destroyed, you summon this guy for free. It's really not bad. We have a bunch of this guy. Unfortunately, we need the level 4s. We don't need that level 8 man. I didn't even know we had 4 Endymions. I thought 3 was a lot. I didn't know we had 4. Yeah, a lot of interesting cards. This super rare, I guess we have 4 copies of, but technically I think 2 of them are from the deck, or 1 of them is from the deck. But I'm not 100% sure. But we definitely have a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of play sets of a lot of cards you wouldn't expect. Definitely, this is the oddest one, I think. I think we almost passed it there. But we have Curry Babylon. We have 3 copies of Curry Babylon, which is an ultra rare. And it's absolutely terrible. There it is. One of the worst cards we have. It's an ultra rare. We have 3 of. But whatever. We got a lot of interesting cards this episode. I think deck building 2 episodes from now will be really interesting, because if I do get D-ranked, whether I get D-ranked to gold or I make it to diamond this month is really it doesn't really matter, because we're in the card acquisition phase. Our goal isn't to get to diamond, it's to get to master. So that's our new goal from now on. So if we get D-ranked, it's not the end of the world, because again, it's not a big deal if we get D-ranked. That's not our end goal anyway. Right now, we just have to acquire a bunch of cards to make our decks better, which is going to take some time. Like I said, also, by next time, these should be all deleted, or not all deleted. Most of these will be deleted and reset, so that I have maybe 10 usable decks, and a lot of the repeats are going to be gone. La, 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 la.